Never easy that. You wouldn't believe 20 minutes could be so hard, would you?
How are you doing, people? Hope you are well and training like well-oiled Terminators. Well, my parts are going to be tested today in this 20-minute workout blast, and as I've said before, this workout is one of the most transformative workouts I have done in terms of building muscle mass, but also cardio. So what is it, I hear you ask? Well, the actual session basically is 30 seconds push-ups, 10 seconds rest, 30 seconds sit-ups, I do these knee to elbow sit-ups, 10 seconds rest, 30 seconds pull-ups, 10 seconds rest, 30 seconds dips, 10 seconds rest, 30 seconds lunge jumps, 10 seconds rest, 30 seconds jumping burpees. And I like to do the heels to backside type as they are a bit more dynamic. And in today's session, you then get a minute's rest and you go for a second round, but then you get 2 minutes rest. And after your third round, you get 2 minutes rest. And then you finish with the fourth round for a total time of 20 minutes, 20 seconds to be accurate. Now, I do usually have 1 minute's rest between rounds, but sometimes it's good to have the 2 minutes because you can attack the exercises a little bit more and get a few more reps in. But either way, the secret weapon for this workout is the small rest between exercises, which quickly puts you in the zone of failure. And it's that zone where you get the biggest gains. I see so many long grind workouts, which do have their place, but if you want to see quick gains, the intensity of this session is what fast tracks the muscle growth. This style of workout plays a big part in my 28-day timeline 3 workout plan, which can be seen on the website billiondollarsyndrome.com. The best way to describe the change this had on me was surprisingly quick. When I was playing squash back in the day, I did have a degree of muscle, but I noticed a difference after doing these, mainly in shoulders, pecs and triceps, after about 1 month. Just to remind, these are the workouts that I call the metabolic stress workouts. If you're not familiar with the actual specific exercises, I would give them a practice for a week or two to familiarise your body with them. They're all actually quite difficult exercises and often need a progression exercise to practice before being able to do them. So for example, with lunge jumps, you may want to have a couple of sessions with straight lunges first before introducing a few with a jump. Even the knee to elbow sit-ups need some practice. Just getting your elbow to the opposite knee would be stage 1, but then you can try and get your elbow past your knee to get a bigger twist, which of course gets the obliques more. Heels to backside jumps are worth practicing with a thought of trying to land softly after the explosive jump up. With pull-ups, I think the first stage is to practice hanging from the bar. Then you can maybe jump up to get above the bar, but lower yourself slowly, which will familiarise the muscles with that type of work. Or you can use those big elastic bands to assist, which also work really well. Anyone watching my channel will see I also like to do dedicated burpee workouts, which are fantastic and a great variation. But in terms of total muscle activation, this workout does it all. You might maybe supplement it with a few bicep curls, but apart from that, it's a real all-rounder. Okay, well, maybe some of you will give it a try. If you need any advice, reach out to me at my email address in the intro. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next one.
I think mentally, once you get past the second round, you know you've got 2 minutes rest for this session at the moment anyway. But no, never easy that session. See you in the next one.